Morning, Rio. Hello, Sir Gregor. Sir Gregor, you're always up at this time of the hour. I'm a little late, but I'll stream for a little bit longer today. Good morning, guys. Hello, Solis. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh. People still ended up fucking up the polls, man. People still managed to... I have a little feeling in my throat. I think it's flu season. Not really sick, but it's an excuse I can use. I'm gonna be working from home. Meaning I might just fucking nap and fuck around and maybe make some TikToks and say that, oh, I felt sick. I don't know. Alright. This video did bad. Sengoku Yoku did bad, which means we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry, Sir Gregor. It's another weekly show that we can drop. And you know what? I think we're also going to drop Dungeon Meshi too. Dungeon Meshi's performance has been more than lackluster. There's many other shows that we could be farming instead. These two dropped. Now MASH. I'm going to keep MASH though. I'm going to keep MASH. Stream today? What do you mean? You're talking like I never stream, man. But like, I think we dropped Sengoku Yoku. Not that we even started it. I think we dropped Dungeon Meshi. I just don't have any hopes for it. But MASH, even if it does bad, I think that we go with MASH because I'm personally a fan of the show. It's one of those shonen shows that I'm trying to get into the algorithm for. And I know that this season's supposed to be ridiculous hype arc. The MILF is, she's real nice. I mean, she just looks like a student, man. She straight up just looks like a student. It's like, okay. What about Tensura? Tensura's chilling. I'm not dropping Tensura. No, no, no. Now, Tensura viewership is kind of dookie. It's kind of sad, but kind of makes sense. Like, these episodes are kind of... they're not the most exciting for reactions, you know? The beginning of Tensura is pretty slow, so I'm not too stressed about it. Hello, Linnell. Hello, Mr. Martinez. Oh, man. I'm gonna wake up a little bit, and then we got some videos to watch. Then we're gonna do a little bit of Classroom of the Elite light novel reading. That's the point. You want me to watch a short about a character I don't even know fighting Ayanokoji? So you've pretty much already just spoiled me already. But not only did you already spoil me, now you want me to actually watch said spoilers. That's crazy. Like, you guys just don't even think when you type, huh? That's insane. You probably have good intentions, but like, think about it. Just like, who the fuck is Baku? Is this a meme? Is this a fucking meme short? Is it like Makima versus Gojo type of power fighting, power scaling? If it's a meme power scaling video, I might watch. But even in those power scaling videos, they show like light novel material sometime, you know? Baku is the protagonist of Usogui. What's Usogui? I don't know what that is. Baku Madarame. Usogui. Oh wait. Isn't that the famous manga of a dude that just does? It's like mind games, right? It's like gambling and mind games. Yeah. I've heard of that one. Yes. Oh, that's not a fun power scaling. That's a serious power scaling. I need shit like Anya from Spike's Family versus Ayanokoji, you know? I need some fun power scaling, guys. Serious power scaling is kind of cringe. I don't know. People get upset. But people can't get upset when you're comparing like meme characters against each other. Baku is the smart. Is there an anime for Usogui? Anya clears? Better show Anya some fucking piano and calligraphy skills then, huh? But does Usogui have an anime? One more day until Yamagod comes back, man. Who knows? Maybe Yamagod will have another scene. Gintama. Now, Gintama is another long-running show that we haven't really checked out on this channel. I have seen some people recommend Black Clover on our recent video asking for new videos to watch, which I was very proud of, but nobody's fucking voting. I mean, liking those, so it's kind of sad. Sad. Come on, man. Just give me Black Clover to farm. Come on, please. I watched like the first season of Black Clover and I thought shit was super hype. Like, I just want to keep going, man. Can I manipulate someone that can read my mind? Are you talking about me? Are you asking if Baku can do that? Can I manipulate someone that can read my mind? I don't know if someone can read my mind. Manipulate, huh? Anya versus Koji. Well, Koji would have the information that Bond and Bond has future sight, and Anya has like mind reading skills. So Koji could like, Koji would just think about like how much like Anya's parents hate her, you know? Koji could straight up be like, Lloyd and Yor, they fucking hate you. You know? And make Anya listen to all that. And then hit her with the fucking piano calligraphy skills right after. Easy. Koji wins. No diff. No, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible. Let's have a picture of Baku. Child abuse? The kid got what it's got. The kid got what she had coming. Alright. Usogui. Baku. Madarame Baku. The art looks amazing, yeah? The art does look pretty amazing. Unfortunately, there's no anime for it, huh? Wah wah. Oh man. Let me just finish my dailies and then we're gonna watch a video for Classroom of the Elite Season 3 cut light novel content. Someone actually made a video. They have a pretty small channel. Doesn't have that many views. It's got more views than my reaction, but still, you know, I want to watch it. Hey, Farhan. I mean, doesn't Baku have like a fighter, so like Baku himself can't really fight? What levels based is Leon on? I don't know what you're asking. What do you mean what level is based on Leon on? Hello, hello. Did you guys all go vote? Sorry, did you guys all go say what you want to watch in the video? We're gonna start a poll pretty soon. At the rate that we're farming Mob Sekka, we're pretty much halfway done already, man. We need a new anime pretty soon. How much of a savage is Leon? Of all the characters we've seen so far? What other savage characters has there been recently? But again, it's not really mid. As long as my audience doesn't think it's mid and you guys are down to watch, it'll work out. We probably won't be able to access the YouTube algorithm for because there is no like index community on YouTube, I doubt, but I don't think index is gonna win though. I don't think index is gonna win, dude. I guess Genshin is done today. Even if it's mid, like it's probably like enjoyable, right? Yeah. There's probably like some fun moments. I don't know. Alright, let's check out what videos we're gonna watch today. There is a solo leveling video from AH Brandon Reviews that I want to farm. And there's this one, Classroom of the Elite. And then after these two, I say we go into light novel reading. I think that's the plan for today. Yes. Well, Sheena, here's the thing. The pattern of behavior for every first episode of the beginning of a season is that the first episode will do well. But the problem is, what about the second and third? Because everybody wants the first episode because, oh, instant death? He just says die and he dies. I want to check that out. That's the hook. That's the bait. Everybody's just there for that. Then everybody falls off. This is the pattern for everything, right? A good example, the perfect example of a volatile series is Kingdom of Ruin. Kingdom of Ruin, first episode, 10k views easy, right? 10k views easy. And I'm thinking, damn, we eating good, dude. We eating good. Let me find a playlist for Kingdom of Ruins. Hello, Orid. But look at this. First episode, 10k. Right? Oh, chat's been just... Look at this. First episode, 10k. Second episode, 5.5. 1.8, 1.7. And then it slowly just drops off to nowhere. This is the natural course of seasonal anime that's volatile. It'll fluctuate, but a fluctuation to this degree is crazy. The first episode will always do well because it's a bait. It's a hook. Everybody just wants to check out what is everyone talking about. Something crazy happening in this anime, I want to check it out. But what matters is the average viewership after those first couple episodes. If those are in the same range as Mob Psycho and Tensura and the other community series we're farming, then it's not too big of a problem. So I have the same expectations for Instant Death Isekai. Meaning I have little to no expectations. It's nice that I got a couple thousand views on it, but it's like you gotta maintain your expectations, because the moment that you think like, oh shit, I'm in, we're eating good, it's like, nah, not really. All right, Honkai Star will do its thing in the background. In the meanwhile, let's do this.
Back with season 3, and this time adapting volumes 8 to 11.5 and complete.
Nice, let's do this. What the fuck doesn't this move? Why does the subs don't move to the right? Like I'm like dragging it. It just goes up and down only. I think it's the size of the subtitle that's fucking it up. See? No, even now. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why won't you center? It's so annoying. Because 100% is centered. But if you increase the size, you would expect the left and the right to expand at a proportional rate. But what happens is, you increase it, it just goes to the left. That's fucking dumb.
The Elite is finally back with
it's just left aligned. It's just left aligned. I can't do anything about it. Whatever. I think that the big subtitles are better. I think people...
Classroom of the Elite is finally back with season 3.
It's more readable. It's not like these kind of videos, we're not really watching for the visuals.
And this time
we're watching for what he has to say, so it's not big of a deal. But I say we watch one of this guy's video real quick. baseless UPenn. Then we'll check out this video. Then we go right into the light novel readings. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Cut. Huh. Maybe I should just do it over here. Okay. Yeah, I know that I have a lot of mobile audience. Because most people actually just watch my content on mobile. Nobody seems to have PCs. Which is understandable. In fact, me even saying that like, wow, you guys don't have PCs is quite like rude. Because a PC is actually quite expensive. It's fucking expensive, man. Not anyone can just fucking afford a PC like that. There's also a lot of kids in chat. It's like, you know, what am I doing? Fucking shaming a bunch of kids for not using their mom's credit card? Line. There it is. Okay. And sometimes people just want to lay in bed and just watch it on their phone at their own leisure. You know, it's comfortable. People like watching on their phones or tablets. Some people watch me on a console. Like 1% of people. Now, if only I could figure out how to make this chat like zoomed in so that like, look at this shit, right? Like, if only I could like, I can't do this. All right, it's too small. So like, how do I zoom in on this? I don't. That's the thing I don't fucking know. Let me try something. What if I do something like zoom? Okay. But like, this is the same thing. It's still getting cut. Like there's like it still gets cut. You know, it's fucking pointless. I need to figure out the other CSS for this. Whatever. You're watching me on a refrigerator screen. Ooh. What? Ratcham. Yeah, I want to get that subs only thing out of here. Ratcham. I guess the technology is there, huh? For smart appliances at home. All right, here's the game plan, guys. The game plan is we're gonna watch one video of Classroom of the Elite, solo leveling, light novel content. Let's go. 3, volume check.
So Classroom of the Elite is finally back with season.
Good enough? Actually, it's not good enough. Louder.
So Classroom of the Elite is finally back with season 3, and
Yeah, Cha Hae-in will be featured pretty soon.
this time adapting volumes 8 to 11.5 and completing the first year arc.
There you go. That's good enough. All right. 3, 2, 1. Episode 1 cut content from the Classroom of the Elite Season 3. We got baseless UPenn here. Let's see what he has to say.
So Classroom of the Elite is finally back with season 3.
Yeah.
And this time adapting volumes 8 to 11.5 and completing the first year arc.
8 to 11.5 in 12 episodes is not that bad, is it? I guess season 1 and season 2, I mean, volume 1 that we're reading right now of the light novel is fucking 7 hours long, but still, it's not too bad. 13 episodes? Let's go.
Exciting stuff, right? Until you realize the fact that all 5 of these volumes are going to be packed into 13 episodes.
I mean, that's the limitation, right? Could you imagine if we had like two core, you know, fucking 24 episodes, no split. You know what? Fuck it. Do a split core. I don't care. Just give me like fleshed out, detailed Classroom the Elite. To pack these episodes, or just the content in 12 episodes, 13 is just like pretty hard. But as an anime only from season 1 and season 2, I could still kind of follow with the plot line. A lot of things were cut off, but still, you know?
To put into perspective how bad that is, Eminence in Shadow Season 1 adapted the first 2 volumes in 20 episodes.
And I wonder at times, because Classroom Elite is just like so heavy on dialogue. Eminence in Shadow, not really, right? So maybe, I don't know. But that argument goes the other way around. If you have more dialogue, then you should need more episodes. But is the dialogue fluff? When I read the light novel together with you guys in the stream, it feels like sometimes there's a lot of extra information that is not critical information. It's definitely helpful and it definitely fleshes out the story. But like just getting the core dialogues and just like cutting some parts out, it still made sense. But again, could you imagine 20 episode season?
And things still had to get cut out. And COTE Season 3 starts off with the first episode adapting 160 plus freaking pages in a single episode.
160 in an episode.
I was originally planning to make videos on the cut content for every episode this season.
Do it.
But after watching this episode, I realized that it would take less time to talk about the things that did get adapted. And so, I switched my plan to reviewing the episodes while occasionally talking about cut content that I think is important for you guys to know moving forward.
I think that any video essayists, like anime channels out there that's like doing video reviews like this, they should focus on the light novel cut content, because this is like remarkability. Anybody can just fucking make an anime review about this episode, right? But if you actually know light novel content that was cut out without giving spoilers, I think that's incredibly valuable and lets me farm your content.
Along with cool facts and things I'm sad had to get cut out.
Look at Gigachat Koenji right in the middle, sit in the middle. Ishizaki in the corner, beta.
Also, feel free to comment down below anything you found confusing about the episode or did not understand properly. I'll do my best to answer your questions and explain
Let's go.
things.
Let's
With
go.
all that out of the way though, let's finally dive in. So the episode starts off with skipping chapter 1.
Good start. The episode starts with just, alright, chapter 1 of the light novel, gone.
This was a monologue from Horikita Manabu, Suzune's brother.
They skipped Manabu's monologue. Are you fucking kidding me? One of my favorite things from the light novel is Koji's monologue, or someone's monologue. Them just like talking and just thinking in their head.
And him talking about regretting not having a close friend that he...
How do they cut this shit? It could be fucking 10 seconds to just say of Manabu looking out the window thinking, I wish I had a close friend. He wishes he had a close friend?
Could trust from the bottom of his heart.
Is that what Koji... Oh no. Well, Manabu... Can he trust Koji though? Because Koji would just use him, you know? I feel like Koji might betray his heart, you know? But interesting.
Setting the tone for the rest of the volume.
Setting the tone for the rest of the volume, implying that Manabu Koji ship is gonna be the thing in season 3. So we're done with the Ryuin ship, right? Kei is pretty much her side hoe. The main booty clap, sorry, the booty cheeks that we're gonna clap is Manabu.
Then we move on to chapter 2, which is where episode 1 starts.
Alright.
And this is where
EK sexually harassing Chabs as usual.
we learned that Class D has finally moved up the ranks
C
and
class.
is now Class C.
Yeah, which is so weird because now I have to refer to them as Class C, but everybody still refers to, you know, the original structure. Plus, isn't our original plan to pretty much drop back into Class D after expelling Kushida, which I'm not sure is gonna happen with the amount that Suzune is like vouching for her.
Then introducing us to the special exam of this arc, which is basically a joint training camp where you have to team up with members from other classes and even upperclassmen to complete challenges together, and the exam will finally end with a test.
Just call it Horikita's class? No. I'm gonna call Horikita Manabu's class Horikita's class. I ain't calling this Suzune's class. You know whose class this is? Yamagod's class.
The anime cuts out some moments where we see that characters such as
Look at those eyes, dude. How is this? Remember in the light novel volume 1 during the scene where Chabs is about to pretty much hit us in the back of the head with the steel chair because everyone spent their points? Before that happens, I think EK says, no. Koji thinks in his head, Chabs is looking a little more pissed today. Is she on her period or something? And he's like, I shouldn't say that out loud. But then EK just says it out loud. This dude has full confidence, Giga Chad.
They have matured a bit. Yes, even side characters like them get developed in the volumes.
Yes.
Same.
And other side characters that you don't even like, these are unlocked NPCs, right? These are characters that have like, that just show up for scenes. They don't really have monologue. They apparently like get developed later on too, which is really amazing.
With Pseudo and Horikita's relationship dynamic being more fleshed
Dog.
out. And
Dog
even
and
though
master.
the general rules of the exam are same, they cut out a lot of details about the exam.
Someone said Hondo in chat. Here's Hondo, guys. Are you guys ready for Hondo? Ready? There he is, right over there. He made it into another fucking scene. How does this dude keep doing it? If you look at this scene right here, look. Hondo has more face being shown than Suzune here. Isn't that insane? What the fuck?
About the exam. I'm not gonna mention everything in case they do decide to talk about them in the next episode. But one thing I felt was quite important is mentioning, even though the first years are gonna be teamed up, there's also going to be a bigger group that's gonna consist of students from all 3 years.
Oh.
The anime also cuts out the rewards and penalties from the test, especially the fact that the rewards your group receives will be greater depending on how many students from different classes there are. Basically,
the more diverse. So like, obviously, if you have a diverse class, you know, they're all strangers. So it's like more of an incentive for them to get better rewards because like it's like harder. I guess that makes sense.
encouraging teamwork. But
Yeah.
they at least mention the fact that the leader of each small group that scores below the average threshold
Don't they get the punishment instead, right?
set by the school will be expelled.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I would not want to be the leader. Fuck that noise. So we made Kushida the leader. Is she gonna get expelled though? Koji said that's his plan. His plan on Christmas Eve that he told to Ryuen on their date was, I'm gonna get to class C, and then we're gonna fall back down because that bitch Kushida is gone. And then Ryuen's like, damn, you're fucking savage.
And the
Even by my
leader
standards.
can also choose another member of the group to expel if
And the leader can choose another member of the group to expel if
they've played a part in the group's downfall.
So let's imagine Kushida's group falls apart. So this is an interesting condition. If they played a part in group's downfall, how do you really determine that, right? How does one really accurately assess, did this student play a part in the group's downfall, right? That's very subjective. But if Kushida were to get expelled because their group fucking failed, then technically she could take Suzune out with her, right? That's the mechanics at play here, maybe?
Realizing the insane penalties,
Group vote?
Ayano Koji thinks of the worst case scenario where a bunch of Class C students get expelled and sends a few tips to K, which is what his message after they got off the bus was about.
I was wondering about this text message. We didn't know about that, but okay.
And one moment they cut out that really annoyed me was Ayano Koji thinking that even though he won't be able to protect everyone in Class
You gotta
C,
pick. You gotta be
he at
selective.
least wants to keep K, Hirata,
Oh, actual names. Because in this thing, he says, I can't afford to save everyone. I gotta be very selective in who I pick. So K, Hirata.
and Horikita safe.
That's it. No one else? Well, Koenji doesn't need to be saved. He's a Giga Chat. But like, if we need to save people, I guess these are the most valuable and the most vulnerable. Who else is there? That Sakura ignored our study group. Well, who else is there? Is there Yukimura Keisei? Nah, Yukimura will be fine.
And even though they're not the top priority,
Our friend group, dude. Our friend group.
he also hopes for the survival of his friends from the
Okay. I'm being mean. He actually does care about the survival of his friend group. I wonder why. Cause they're not really friends to him. You know? What does he consider them friends actually? I don't know. Because as much as Anakoji wants to experience a normal human life, I don't think they're really friends. They're useful tools. Better than NPC, right? They're useful tools that are kind of friendly. Maybe there's some semblance of friendship forming. But right now, I just don't think that friendship is really how he views the toolbox. A sort of toolbox. Guys, come on. All right. We have a crowbar. We have a fucking hammer. We have a fucking what else is it? We got a fucking Yukimura. I'll give him a power tool. He's a fucking DeWalt, whatever fancy brand fucking power screw there is. Honestly, I don't even know this guy in the fucking middle here. Who the fuck is he? I know he's in the friend group. He serves one purpose. In season 2, didn't he get injured? Right! This dude got injured so Koji could run. So actually, Giga Chat, I like him already.
Ayano Koji group. I really wish they would have kept this scene in. After that, all the students get off the bus and we get the bet between Nagumo Miyabi, who's the current student council president, and
Gilgamesh.
Horikita's brother. This was pretty much the same as the light novel, aside from the fact
This guy's eyes, man. Something about him just looks so sinister, right? Just the look in his eyes, you can already tell he's kind of like a snake. But I wanna just like know what he's about. So far, it seems like he's like a male Kushida type. All the girls simp for him. He's very good looking. He's probably super like smart, obviously. He can probably scheme. I'm not sure if he's as good as while Ayano Koji is slowly developing his social riz to manipulate girls, right? You saw what he did to Kei. It's like, oh, I knew that you would catch notice. And it's like, oh, what the fuck? This guy kind of already has that, right? So he's probably ahead of Ayano Koji in that department. And the fact that he can manipulate them. Ayano Koji can manipulate girls. It's just that he needs other people. He needs a proxy, right? He needs like a middleman to do it for him. But Gilgamesh does it straight up. There's pros and cons for both strategies. Ayano Koji's methods makes him kind of hidden, and you know it makes it such that everyone else that he uses they get all the blame. But Nagumo, if he does it himself, it's a bit easier, more influential. So on top of that, can he fight? Probably. We saw him run in season 2, right? Before the Manabu and Koji duel, Nagumo was actually one of the people that actually took the baton and ran ahead. We didn't see how fast he was, but I want to see more of him, man. An evil Ichinose, huh? Evil Ichinose, good point. Male Kushida or evil Ichinose. Like a male evil Ichinose. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I just need to get more scenes of him.
Fact that this scene happens later on when all the students are deciding their groups.
And another good point, that's right. Manabu actually said Nagumo has pretty much united not just his class, but the entirety of the second year, A, B, C, D. That's kind of insane. Because everybody has their own factions in different class groups. But apparently, this guy has pretty much just united everyone already. The year.
And the reason they decided to rearrange the scene is because they cut out the entire part where they decide groups and leaders. I remember this
Ryun get cut?
being one of the lengthiest sections of this volume, and they cut it out entirely. And it wasn't like it was some unimportant stuff either. The leaders of groups can literally get expelled, and depending on how groups are formed, they receive less or more points.
Basically more mechanics, but you know what wasn't cut out? Ike and Yamaga scenes. Yamaga saying, you girls better fucking carry your bullshit too. And then fucking running out first out of cardio power, dude. Hey, Michan made it in here. Let's go, Michan.
On how groups are formed, they receive less or more points. And we also get
Koenji
being a Giga Chad,
Yes.
Nagumo confronting him, and realizing Koenji's plan for this exam, and even
What? What? There was a Koenji and Nagumo scene? There was a fucking Koenji and Nagumo scene they cut out? What the fuck? Why? Why?
Koenji being a Giga Chad, and Nagumo confronting him,
Nagumo confronts Koenji?
and realizing Koenji's plan for this exam.
Koenji's plan for this exam? Why? Oh, This is just like the fucking shit we hear in the light novel of like, oh, you know, Anna Koji and, you know, I think it was like Suzune or someone else. Kushida, I think, went to like a Palette, right? The famous place. And then Koenji's just in the fucking middle of the room with a bunch of senior girls around him. It's like, why would you cut this shit out? Koenji hardly gets any scenes. Please, just include that. Why would you cut that dialogue out? Maybe they rearrange it. Maybe they'll rearrange it, right? Because sometimes they like to, you know, some things get rearranged in different orders. So maybe we'll get like a famous, I don't know, Koenji versus Nagumo scene. But damn, what are you saying? And Koenji has plans for this exam? Koenji's already in a group, right? Yeah, we are in the same dorm with like Albert, Ishizaki, Anna Koji, Hachi. I'm just trying to realize our group is fucking cracked. Our group has like all the fucking boys, huh? Holy shit.
And even figures out his plan from graduating from the school in
Figures out his plan from graduating from the school
A class.
in A class. This is something people have been saying, right? That Koenji has plans to get into A class. My guess on why he hasn't done anything in volume 1 or just like, you know, in season 1 and season 2, right? He's pretty much just been fucking around, right? I think it's not that big brained. I think it could be just as simple as this dude realizes there's no point. Why would I try in first year? What matters is my placement in third year. Why the fuck would I try so hard, get to A class in second year and have some other motherfuckers scheme and have that shit like, you know, fall back down? All I need to do is just graduate in class A. So why the fuck would I do anything in first year or even second year, right? Isn't it just that simple? Bro's like, no, I'm gonna enjoy this school's luxury as most as I can, and when I need to step up in second or third year just for a bit, I'll do that, get into class A, and I'll graduate. The fuck are you gonna do about it?
I won't mention what Koenji's plans were in case the anime does decide to show them in the next episode, but if they do decide to skip it, I'll be annoyed. They also skip lots of other scenes and rearrange the order of some events, but by far, something they entirely skipped out this episode was the T-Rex chapter.
Everybody keeps saying T-Rex, as well as dick measuring. But the T-Rex was mentioned as soon as they were changing. The fuck happened here, guy? Is the T-Rex the dick measuring contest?
If you know, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just a fucking bunch of light novel readers in my chat just fucking memeing with their inside references. I look at chat, it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I'm still hoping that they'll manage to sneak it into the next episode, but it's not looking good, bros. It's one of the most infamous and fan favorite moments of the entire series.
Then it has to show up. I'm not gonna look it up. It's gonna spoil me. If anything, I'll probably just like watch it in the light novels, or we'll watch like Satisfy content on it. Satisfy will cover it. Isn't the dude literally dead? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Isn't he just like gone? Has he made a comeback? Did he just go AFK because Classroom the Elite content was dry? It's 20 pages long, the T-Rex scene? Okay.
And the final thing that stood out to me was the fact that at the end of the episode, the informant Manabo introduces to Ayano Koji was not supposed to be there.
What?
He was actually introduced and met Ayano Koji in volume 7.5, which was jammed into episode 13 of season 2.
So we already met him before. I see.
Yes, they adapted the entire volume in one episode. And now moving
is what
on
it
to
is.
the production side of things. This episode honestly looked
As we say, production side of things immediately pans to the CGI wheels.
pretty bad. There were quite a few still frames that linger on for too long.
Stuff like this, honestly, I like production value of anime, the animation quality is like the lowest priority for me in anime. Might be a hot take. What matters for me is a compelling plot. I don't give a fuck about the animation style or the quality. You can give me fucking Microsoft Paint level of art as long as the quality of the plot, right? The story is compelling. The story, the soundtrack, and the voice acting. If you got these three down, the animation honestly doesn't need to be good. Now, if you have fucking jarring CGI like the Berserk anime, yeah, we can't have that happening, right? But animation quality is one of the last things that I care about in terms of, you know, what matters to an anime. Again, it's just plot, compelling story, good voice acting and soundtrack. You got those three. everything just fits into place.
Lots of moments that looked really stiff, even though the only motion was characters talking, and lip flaps were not even matching in certain scenes.
Wait, Ichino says lips weren't matching the scenes? Look at this.
Talking, and lip flaps were not even matching in certain scenes.
Oh, that was a little bit delayed. It's a little bit lazy. That's lazy. Uh-oh. Let's just hope that they're saving the budget for the future episodes. Plus, with an anime like Classroom Elite, where the content is pretty much heavily focused on the dialogue, not really the action. There are action scenes, and when the action scenes happens, they'll put all the budget towards it. But like, I don't care about the art and the animation of the series. I just give a fuck about the dialogue, because the light novel is already good. The light novel doesn't have art except the illustrations, but it's already so good. Why? The dialogue, so it doesn't really matter.
The episode wasn't horrible per se, but it definitely isn't something I can call good. And I can also give the episode a pass because the contents of the episode were considered some of the least interesting parts of this.
Yo, this part, you guys are fucking spamming racist in my chat. Racist Mashima. Why did he only hit Albert? Albert's the only one that fidgeted and moved because he has a bulky muscular body. But yes, Mashima, not only did he fucking take weight loss pills and got a fucking gastric bypass surgery to get this K-pop model, he is also racist, guys, right? That's right. You heard it from me first.
Series, and this episode was pretty much set up anyways. But I'm only willing to excuse this episode as long as scenes and moments I'm looking forward to manage to look good. And in case some of you guys think I'm being a bit too harsh, I can confidently give the episode praise when it does deserve it.
Okay.
Such as the Arisu scene.
What about the Yamaga scene? This scene was so cold. Again, look at the fucking side eye from these two duos, dude. That fucking idiot trio. Pseudo isn't here right now, but like, look at the side eye. One of my favorite things about Yamauchi is the absolute confidence he has. Cause like, some people are just so fucking stupid and dumb and unaware that they can just be like so confident in themselves. And it's so fucking annoying, but it's hilarious. It's like, we all know it, memes aside, we all know Yamauchi and Ike are fucking idiots. They're deadweights. But like, because he's an idiot, he's also super confident in whatever he does. So a scene like this, where these two look down on the supposed queen of the school, is like, it's so funny to me. Shit like this, I just fucking die at.
This scene genuinely looked good. The compositing of the scene looked beautiful along with the background.
It did look very good, yes. Look at this, right? It is really good.
And the characters did not look off-model like a lot of other earlier scenes. Here's hoping that this episode will remain as the worst this season, and it's only uphill from here.
That's it from me, guys, or that's it from Baseless Yupin. Please go sub to his channel, like his videos. I think I'll definitely be covering his Classroom the Elite content. Again, I love these cut content video reviews because I am pretty much anime only in terms of how recent we are with the anime coming out, right? We are covering the light novel content on stream too, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this coat season, man. Next video is solo leveling, then we're gonna get right into light novel reading. Okay. 3, 2, wait, volume check.
Is officially here, and I think you could argue this is one of the more anticipated
Okay.
So the solo leveling anime is officially here.
Okay, that's good enough. 3, 2, 1. Solo leveling episode 1 was almost perfect. I already got a bunch of people coming into my comment section. We're 1 episode in, by the way, saying, manhwa better. It's so bad. It's like, it's motherfucker. It's 1 episode that you're comparing the entire published work to. It's fucking crazy how people are so, they just want fucking negative engagement. Anyways, Ace Brandon's video. Let's see what he has to say.
So the solo leveling anime is officially here, and I think you could argue this is one of the more anticipated watches of at least the past year, maybe.
Yes, you know why? Because this fucking has been hyped to the max. There has been like at least like 7 different trailers leading up to this in terms of promotion and advertisement. They've been going all out for this.
Longer, because when this originally got announced, I mean, a poster image alone was setting the community up.
Oh my god! Yeah, exactly. Like, you see a single pic, no one knows what it is, but it just gets so hyped. There's a big fandom. There's a lot of expectations for the series.
Videos being made, posts upon posts. And while there was definitely some worry that A1 Pictures was going to rush it out too soon. I mean, people are like, oh, are we going to get an 86 situation? We're going to get...
What happened to 86? I watched that, and fun fact, yes, I did watch it. Stop fucking telling me to react to it, but what happened with 86? Did they fuck up the production value at some points? I can't really remember.
Yeah, part of it, and that's going to get delayed. And then there was some delays. I think originally the rumblings was that it was going to be a back-to-back 2-core, and right now it's listed as 12 episodes, so I have to imagine...
That's right. I did hear that Solo Leveling was going to get more, right? But right now it's listed for 12, and then we're going to get like a split core, right?
We're getting 2 different batches of episodes. And
I'm fine with that. Like at least it's not just getting 12 episodes and done, right? I'll wait a season. I don't care.
Walking in and out of this first episode, the only thing I really knew about it was hype, that it was one of the more popular series, and in terms of like mechanics, world building, character progression,
they went in depth, dude. The fucking guild leader, the guild exec, right? The old man was straight up going into the mechanics of like how we need like these monster stones and like different type of stones and how it's like sustainable energy, and like they're going really deep into just like a little bit not boring details, but like the world building.
In deaths or anything really about it. I knew literally nothing. This was all just word of mouth going in blind, and I think we definitely need to talk about this first episode, not only because it was a very good first episode, but it definitely gave me a vibe and a kind of taste that I haven't really experienced quite like this, which probably helps because, you know, the whole webtoon manhwa kind of situation being adapted.
It's gonna be one of the most annoying things, but every fucking week I'm gonna have little babies coming into my fucking videos typing, webtoon was better, manga was better. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy the anime.
That can go pretty average or pretty extraordinary, because I know there's a lot of great stuff that has yet to be adapted, kind of the webtoon medium. So walking in, seeing so much hype and excitement, I mean, I remember seeing a lot of creators talk about this one for a long time.
Straight up, for like the past year, people have been making content on Solo Leveling, even though there was no content, excluding the actual, like, the manga and the light novel or the webtoon or that kind of stuff. Like, I'm talking about anime stuff. People have been just hyping this shit up.
And walking out of this, I only have really, I think, one major criticism about it, and that is, I think they met
the ending. Because you know what would have been amazing? This first episode should have been, it felt like the half of like an hour-long premiere, right? I would have liked to enjoy, because like one valid criticism that I did hear in the chat was, it felt a little lackluster because it was building up towards something that was getting really good, then they just kind of like abruptly ended it 30 minutes in. And the next half of this 1 hour premiere, right, as it should have been, is like the real meat that hooks people in. So some people will literally just like take this one episode and think, nothing really happened, which is kind of true. Nothing really did happen. We get introduced like ant fighting. It's like, what the fuck? And you got the main character, and you get, you know, Sung Jin Woo is like this lowest, weakest class hunter ever. You get to understand like why people love going to the dungeon with them. We get the explanation about the magic, you know, the mechanics of the world building here. We go into the double dungeon. Everything was set up. Everything was just set up, and it was getting really exciting at the end, and then it just kind of cut off, which is not the best look if you're trying to captivate a new audience with the first episode. It'll still do well because of the name, right? It's not like Solo Leveling is ruined or botched because it did that. But it definitely would have been helpful if there was like an hour-long premiere first episode and you get the whole thing right off the bat, in my opinion.
Messed up by not having this be a double-length episode.
Yeah! I think everybody's talking about that, right? Everybody's talking about that. Me personally, I fucking hate double-length premiere episodes. Fucking 1 hour episodes. It's so fucking annoying to edit, but then again, I have Sir Gregor now as my editor, so that's his problem.
Like, maybe having like a 13-episode season, having that quote-unquote 1 hour premiere, just because like, there's sometimes those shows that feel like, okay, I appreciate the slow build-up. Like, not really jumping into saying, hey, insert character death here. And the first 10 minutes of this flew by in a blink of an eye. The world building, the idea of the portals, opening it up, here's these hunters, the aptitude with their magic abilities, gives them their rank,
right,
bullets and stuff.
And the most interesting thing is nobody can change their rank, right? Except the main character.
I'm gonna kill these creatures. I love all that. I don't want that changed at all. But like, by the time the episode ends and you just are like, everyone's fucked, and the credits play. I mean, I really feel like a double length would have done this justice.
They blue balled us.
Change the fact that I'm absolutely excited to jump into episode 2 next week, and we got a shit ton to talk about because I personally love this first episode. One of my personal favorite first episodes of the season for sure. And as someone who knows literally nothing about where this goes, I look at this situation as everyone is completely screwed, yet we know our MC has to make it out of this because...
Okay, who's gonna live out of this? Do you think Family Man, the green puffy jacket, is gonna make it out alive? I feel like because he's been mentioning his family over and over, I got a second child coming on its way. In these scenes, it's like the most common stereotype of this is like in a movie where a fucking cop is one day out from retirement and he says it out loud. Then the fucking monsters attack. It's like, you fucking dumbass. You did it on yourself. The main character, Sun Jin-woo's gonna survive, right? But if the green puffy jacket dude survives, that means that the author is kind of just like baited us, saying, yeah, I'm gonna do death flags, but it's like a play on it, making guys think that it's so intentional, like, of course he's gonna die, but it's like, psych, he's actually gonna live.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be a damn show unless they wanted to shift characters, and he's on the goddamn poster, so he ain't going anywhere, so we'll find out where it goes. I do have a full live reaction to this wonderful first episode over on
Hit up his Patreon, guys!
If you'd like to see my full uncut thoughts, they're over there if you're interested. Like I said, I know literally nothing about this. This is completely fresh and blind, and I think the thing that immediately caught my eye with this was how real it felt, which is, you know, people like to say, real. There's a goblin, there's this mythical creature, and you're saying it's...
You know what made this real to me? Is outside the gate, when they were about to go in and people were just like huddling up, these are like adventurers, but they're wearing like casual modern day clothing. You know, it's like tanks, magicians, rogues, blah, blah, blah. But they have like modern day, like, you know, clothing, which makes sense because the gates just opened out of fucking nowhere in Korea, right? So like stuff like that, it's like, whoa, I feel like I could be one of them. I don't know.
It feels real. I hate it when people do this, but I always have to explain it. The banes of my existence of being a YouTuber is I have to baby sometimes people. What I mean when I say things feel real is that, yes, there's mythical elements to this show, but the way the characters are interacting with said mechanics or creatures, if we were put into a world like theirs, this is how I would expect people to actually act. And immediately, this doesn't feel like your traditional high school anime.
How they would act, maybe just like how the old people were like, thank God Sun Jin-woo is in our party, we're gonna actually survive to eat another day kind of deal.
What I mean is like those, okay, here's the MC, super socially awkward, obviously he's gonna probably build a harem, or he just...
Yeah, and then the girls just fucking fawn over the socially super awkward guy. Why? Because he's a fucking main character of the anime, and they are trying to appeal to the main demographic. Not you guys. You guys are a bunch of kings.
Doesn't have confidence, and he's just a bore to watch. It's like, why is this guy gonna be the OP guy of the show, right?
Because it's a power fantasy, right? Because you show fucking weak level 1 fucking gang mob member doing nothing. Because it's so relatable for a weak person to suddenly fucking grow another foot. He becomes this fucking 6'3" K-pop model out of nowhere. It's like, people love that fantasy. They love to see this crazy shift, you know, from nothing to like 0 to hero kind of deal. I'm just as guilty. I love that shit.
If the show's called Solo Leveling, I mean, I'm going to have to assume our MC's going to become an absolute badass and become really ridiculous, right? It's pretty much in the name. And almost immediately, like, just him walking through that little, like, construction area, right? We get, like, this big exposition dump, which didn't really feel like exposition, but, like, really was at the end of the day. We're walking through, and everyone's kind of like, you think, like, he's the hot shot already. I'm like, okay, like, are we just jumping in and basically, like, he's already, like, number one dog?
He's the weakest.
No, he's the weakest. Like, people, like, think he's pretty much pathetic at the end of the day, but there is some general friendliness, like, you know, we don't want to say it to his face, we don't want to...
Yeah, they don't want to say it because they like you when he's in the party. Because if he's there, that means that the dungeon we're going into must be weak as fuck. And everybody's just trying to survive another day, get some food, right?
Hurt the guy's feeling, but I mean, he goes on the weakest missions and barely comes back alive. Like, you don't want him on your team.
And he's the only, like, the healer only exists in this party just to heal Sun Jin-woo. Not the rest of the party, they're chilling.
Team, basically. And there's a little bit of mystery, there's a little bit of like, hey, listen, we're pretty much going about, like, there's something with his father, there's a mystery there. But I like the idea.
The dad bailed, like Toji. No fucking child support. Mom's in a hospital. Sister's gonna go to college. Now, in a show like these, now it's not a shonen anime, but it definitely has like shonen elements. Usually the dads, the moms. The mom is usually dead, but the dad is like super important, right? The dad's usually like missing and he comes back and he's actually a super important, powerful character. That kind of bullshit, right? It's a trope that happens over and over again. So the dad, Wait for that to cook.
Idea that pretty much we go into what should be a pretty easy mission for a lot of people, and we see him almost die like that. Like he gets stabbed right in
by
the
goblin,
chest or like in the stomach area.
Bro was dueling a fucking tiny ass goblin and lost.
And if it wasn't for his healer girlfriend over here, or at least she wants to be his girlfriend, I mean, she's hustling for that date.
Juhi, I'm sorry. You've seen Cha Hae-in, right? You've seen who the main girl of this show is. This girl, childhood friend type, that's gonna lose.
Respect it. The fact that when you see the healing, it's even different there. Like, the characters act their age, or at least act like they're not just an anime trope to be like, oh, here's the tsundere, here's the wimpy MC who will become an overpowered badass and has no social skills. So
because she's so worried for Sun Jin-woo, this is a lot more like her acting like her character.
Will just seem like a douchebag. Like, I genuinely like looked at characters talking, I'm like, oh, they feel like people. Like, they actually feel real, like the way they're being written. We hardly had any interaction.
The way that they're being written, I think like there's some scenes of like the older people talking, but I think that yeah, I agree. One of the older people are talking, they're just kind of like looking out for themselves, and they're just like, shh, don't tell that boy, you know, that we're happy about it. Yeah, for sure, I agree.
With our main character. And I was already like, you know what? He already outclasses half the characters I see in any given anime season just because he feels normal and not pathetic. And I really appreciate it. They didn't go the whole alpha energy like he's the big dog. No, he just felt pretty normal. Like, yeah, I think anyone would be a little uncomfortable because of how everyone views him. But most importantly, he ain't giving up. And I can kind of respect the hustle. At a certain point, I would probably turn around, especially
when you see a gate like this. Like a double dungeon's already sus enough, right? We should have already gotten out. But when you approach a gate like this, like, what are you thinking? It's a fucking 50-foot, like, wide, like, tall gate. And the craziest thing is if you open the gate, suddenly it's a fucking boss chamber and the torches start lighting up with blue flames. Like, what goes on in your mind right there? Shouldn't you get the fuck out? I'd be running.
When I see a giant fucking gate, I just can't do that. Like,
get the fuck
whole
out.
idea of like, what needs a door that big?
Yeah.
I'm this tall in comparison.
Get the fuck out.
I'm getting McDonald's, bro. I'm out. Like, that's just me anyway.
Agreed.
But I appreciate the fact that when it comes to like the brutality, and there is some brutality. There's
one of the guys with the guy that got incinerated, you can see his bones fucking the skeletons, dude. And the other guy that tried to run for the door and try to open it, one of the fucking guards just cleanly slices his head off and he just like hunched over on his knees. So good.
Head severed, people being stabbed in the stomach, and even the healing magic is grotesque. It doesn't feel gory. It doesn't feel like edgy, I guess I should say, because it does feel gory, but not in the way that
I guess healing magic, as in like when she was like healing, you could see like the open wound kind of like close up. That is a little grotesque, right?
It's a shock factor. I never feel like they're trying to splatter the screen to be like, ooh, do you see how grotesque? No, it's like, this is the brutality of the world. And some of my favorite anime that have used like very brutal monsters in terms of attacking is stuff like a Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. Something where like
Grimgar Fantasy and is that an anime we should check out?
Goblins can be some of the most dangerous things for low-level people because
Goblin Slayer. Baby clapping cheeks.
I mean, you're not indestructible. You're not Hercules, right? And the fact that anything can stab you and kill you at a moment's notice, and these holes that are in their body and the way they fill back up, almost like this reverse kind of
right.
Gross. It is, but it never feels like, oh, we're just doing this for the shock and gore. It's like, no, if you're gonna tell the anime watcher that you're watching something where you can physically die at a moment's notice and you're seeing these very brutal attacks, but it's not like they're shoving the camera up like a GoPro being like, you see all their organs, you see how gross this is. It's more like, holy shit, they are screwed. And I really enjoyed the vibe. I wasn't expecting it to be this intense whatsoever.
Next episode's gonna get even more intense, right? Because this is just a build up to it. What the fuck is gonna happen next episode, right? Like, we have like the 3 commandments of like some kind of text, right? It's like, revere gods, put your faith in God. I forget, but clearly these are like the clues on how to survive here. Because if you try to walk out the fucking door, you dead.
I didn't know it had this level of brutality, nor did I know it had this level of brutality, but felt so realistic without being an edgy mess all at the same time. One of the biggest surprise for me of the show, next to the general characters feeling normal. Like, even the girl who like just wanted to turn around because clearly she doesn't want to see the guy that she's friends with and potentially even has a crush on get killed when he's not fit for this job. but you also understand why this man needs his money and needs to progress the way
Yeah, because the dad fucking left, and the mom's got hospital bills, and the sister's got college bills.
he is, even if he's not a fit for the job and is.
Bro doesn't even have fucking shoes, dude. His toes are slipping out. He's got fucking slides, but he needs these crystals. Poor guy.
Kind of stupid at the end of the day. And when it came to that big fight, I mean, I knew a boss fight when I saw one, but I mean, that was
Like, if you see a gate that big, it's a boss scene. I'm like, as soon as you walk in, you know, you guys ever like look at something in a game, like even in like Elden Ring or like the Souls games, you ever see like, obviously those games, there is like a fucking yellowish brownish portal that you walk in and a boss scene starts playing. But imagine you open these gates thinking it's just chill, and the fucking boss scene cut scenario starts playing that you can't exit out of, and you're like, what have I fucking done? What have I fucking done?
creepy. I was like, okay, are we getting some weeping angel shit from Doctor Who? Like, if we stop looking at them, are they gonna move? And that kind of seems like what happened, because those two guards, the one was
They
kinda
moved.
Like
The eyes were moving.
Point, but he gets splattered, big laser blast, and the only really thing we get to see from our MC that seems like he's very talented at is observation.
Right, because there was a flashback that was pretty much only there to let us know that his instinct on survival is high. That's why he said, get the fuck down as soon as the laser beam happened, right?
He knew about that attack before
Yeah.
it happened because he's very good at carefully observing things.
Does that imply he has future sight?
So it'll be interesting because I don't know how he gets out of this, because unless he gets some magical power up or he unlocks his true hidden talent.
Yeah, that's clearly what's gonna happen, right? Like, this challenge is clearly the starting moment for him to turn into a fucking K-pop model. I just don't know, like, how? Do we beat the boss, then we get rewards? Is this like a scene where it's like, you know in video games where you fight a boss and it's like already unfair? And the fact that like you try to fight it, but you lose regardless, and then like a different cutscene plays? Is it that kind of scenario? I don't know.
I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm definitely excited for more. Voice actors were great, the characters intrigue me, the world building is fascinating, but I think most importantly, it just feels like it's realistic for their setting. If portals did open up and had all these kind of monsters come in terms of, okay, we need the hunters in terms of how they're going to deal with it, but most importantly, like the way characters interact with each other and the blend of what is a normal looking environment with this more magical kind of like.
I think the normal looking environment of the magical kind, again, just as something as simple as the lobby before going into the gate. Bunch of dudes just wearing modern clothing, like the green puffy jacket guy. Just a family man. But he also happens to be some kind of like warrior tank, right? I don't know. The hybrid of that kind of thing makes it feel more realistic. It feels like I can kind of envision it happening in my own world, so it's like more immersive rather than a completely fantasy land that I can't really relate to.
Like aesthetic to it. It just feels different. It does. I didn't know what to expect with this one. I thought it was just kind of be like an action anime, because like the webtoon stuff that I've seen up to this point, while I've enjoyed, hasn't been anything that I would be like, oh, I can see why people are calling this an amazing adaptation, or like an amazing source that maybe didn't get the greatest adaptation. But this one, I'm like, no, this has
great.
potential to be one of A1 Pictures' best projects to date, and this has me incredibly excited for more. But you know the drill. Those are my feelings. Let me know what you thought of the first episode of Solo.
You guys know what to do. Please go sub to Brandon's channel. He's a very well-spoken person that breaks down these episode reviews really well. I really enjoy watching his reactions. But again, I feel like people are casting a judgment on this show too quick. For both sides, whether or not you're saying it's peak or whether or not you're saying that it's bad, give it one more episode. I feel like when we get the actual episode 1, the 1-hour premiere that was supposed to be, I think next episode's gonna hook everybody. But inevitably, you know you're gonna have some fucking babies saying, it should have been this way. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just enjoy the fucking reaction and get the fuck out. Alright. Now, it's time for Classroom the Elite light novel session. I think I'll do about 40 minutes of this, okay? And then I gotta act like I'm working. All right, let's see. Why no info live on Discord? Because I'm fucking tired of babysitting motherfuckers pinging everyone when they don't show up. I feel like this is something... I'm tired of chasing after people. I need to hold an image of fear missing out. I'm just gonna go live. You're either there or you're not. You better be more attentive. That's the strategy I'm going with right now. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go live, I'm gonna make content, and I'm gonna get the fuck out. If you're not there, that's on you. Whoops. Okay, where's the light novel? Here it is.
In the library, one.
Okay. We started, I think, chapter 9.2. Yes. Let me get the soundtracks out. Enryu. Yeah, we only played these two soundtracks. This one in the White Room. We have another one put into our arsenal too, though. Not this one, but this is another classic, right? But I'm talking about the Manabu theme. This one's a classic too, but there's a Manabu theme that I think we can add to our arsenal. Where's the Manabu theme? Watch later. We already watched that. Remove. We watched this. Remove the Manabu theme. Yeah. The Manabu theme is pretty good. But it's not like sinister, you know? It's pretty good, but it doesn't have that like sinister theme. Whenever you have the sinister like this soundtrack playing, the monologue sounds better. Even if it's like a bullshit monologue from like Ike or fucking Yamauchi, you know? So maybe we just start with this, the classic White Room one. Alright, let's go. Alright, I think we ended... What were we doing? We're in chapter 9.2. I think the whole point of the last episode was trying to get the study group formed, but it's still hard to get pseudo get going, right? Yeah. Oh, we also ended up with the what's it called? The girls had their own tier list, their own spreadsheet. They had their fucking spreadsheet of like the hottest guys, the gloomiest guys, guys that they want to fucking kill or some shit. What the fuck?
Really losing his temper.
Yeah.
Stop. What?
We've done this.
Ask it's a different test. That seems unlikely.
Wait. Where is 9.2? Where is 9.2?
We decided to
9.2. 9.2. Where is 9.2? I feel like this is not where we were at. This is before. I feel like where the fuck is 9.2? That's the tough thing about this, is getting it fucking started. Give me a second. Ah, here's 9.3. What the fuck? We're at 9.2. Whoops. Where's 9.2? 534. Thank you. Alright.
Bad rankings, huh? What would the girls think if the boys did something like that?
We did,
They'd
though.
probably consider them the lowest of the low. Her
535?
smile didn't
Okay.
reach her eyes. Well, that was to be expected. If the boys ranked girls by cuteness, the girls would vehemently object. There was a definite double standard at play. At any rate, Kushida didn't seem to be treating me any differently than she had before.
It's alright. We'll let it play a little bit.
Since discovering
Thanks for the help, though.
Side. Hey, you don't have to force yourself to do the well. To you choose. Ayanokuchi-kun. Would you choose me? I'm no one's ally or enemy. I'm neutral. There are some situations where you can't avoid trouble by staying neutral. It's wonderful to oppose war, for example, but you may find
we've already had
yourself
this,
in the
right?
middle of turmoil.
We've had this.
I'm expecting priority.
We've had this. Yeah.
1 minute later,
9.2.
everyone had their notebooks open, ready and waiting. The library was a popular study spot, it seemed. First through third years fought.
Okay, we're in the library.
Rankings. I understood it with a glance. You're late, Horikita said. Sorry, the crowds were tough. You two didn't eat lunch together, did you? Ike turned to us, his eyes suspicious. Kushida and I had actually eaten.
Cause this is where he hasn't called Kushida Kikyo-chan just yet, right? He's got his eyes set on Kushida, man. Is Ike Kushida ship a real thing? I mean, at this rate, she's gonna get expelled, but maybe imagine Ike prevents Kushida from getting expelled. What the fuck?
Together, but perhaps it was better to keep that information private. Yes, we did. We ate lunch together, Kushida said. It would have been better if she'd said nothing. Sure enough, Ike and the others glared at me, their discontent plain to see. Ike looked at me like I was his
You know Ike and Yamauchi are fucking top of the list in the boys that should die tier list.
ancestral enemy. Horikita spoke without glancing up. Hurry, she said. Okay, at Horikita's cold command, I sat down and took out my notebook. I thought I might need more help on this, but geography is actually pretty easy. Chemistry wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be, either. Ike and Yamauchi sounded pleased. Most
Okay.
of the problems boil down to memorization, right? You can't solve many problems in English or mathematics if you don't understand the foundation, though. Don't let your guard down. I think there might be current events questions on the test, too. Current events?
I don't care about the
Events of
questions.
recent past related to politics or the economy. That means that the questions may not be limited by what's written in the text.
Right, so no just memorization.
The rules. That means we have no idea what's going to be.
Good call. 1.25. We always do this. I always forget, right? 1.25. Let's go.
On the test.
There we go.
So that's
Thank
why
you. Thank
should
you.
Study everything. I suddenly hate geography. While the test might cover current
That's
events,
better.
I thought it'd be fine to ignore them for now. If you worried too much, you'd likely miss out on something important and suffer for it. Shouldn't we hurry it up? I asked. We were wasting precious time talking about this or that. Yes, we've been wasting time because someone was late. Are you still harping on me for that? Here's a question for everyone who came up with inductive reasoning. It was that guy we learned about in class before, right? That was. I cracked his brain and spun his mechanical pencil. Oh, that's it. That one guy. His name made me super hungry. Francisco Xavier or something
What the
like
fuck
that,
are we doing right now?
Sadu asked. Close, but no cigar. I remember. Francis Bacon. I cried. That's correct. Yes, I'm
Sadu smarter than Ike confirmed?
definitely going to get a perfect score. No, not really. If we all manage to keep up this pace for another week, everyone might just avoid failing. Please
Let's
be
go.
mindful of your health, everyone. If you get sick, you'll have less time to study. Kushida understood that we had no wiggle room left. Don't worry, not about those three. Anyway, Horikita grumbled. Just as I'd expect from you, Horikita-chan. I feel like you're starting to have some faith in us. Actually, she probably
Is she?
meant something more like, idiots don't catch colds. Hey.
Idiots don't catch colds. Don't worry about it. They won't get sick.
Quiet down. Your yammering is getting annoying. A nearby student turned to look at us.
What the fuck?
Sorry. Guess I
Who's talking shit to us in the
got a
library?
little carried away. I'm
NPC?
just so happy I got something right. Did you know that Francis Bacon was the guy who came up with inductive reasoning? I won't lose points on that question, said Ike, laughing foolishly. Huh? Hey, could you geese be Class D students?
Oh, are we about to fight on the library? Wait, people are getting pissed. We're being loud.
By chance, a group of boys all looked over at us at once. Sadu,
Is this the beginning of Class C? You know, Ryuen's plan. Well, it's not Ryuen's. I'm not sure if it was his plan, but like Pseudo versus like 1v3. You know, this is where we go to the Sakura, and I think that's the volume 2, right?
irritated by this, sounded mildly angry as he said, so what? What's the big deal if we're in Class D? Do you have a problem with that?
Defects.
No, there's no problem. I'm Yamawaki, from Class C.
Yamawaki from Class C. Classroom of the Elites. Yamawaki. Is this an actual character? Haruki. We have Yamauchi. I think this is an NPC that doesn't even have a name yet. I'm not really sure. We also have Classroom of the Elite, Volume 1 light novels, Volume 1 light illustration, right? I should get this out too. Alright, who are these characters, man? Oh, Jesus, Kushida. I think that we've pretty much had all these illustrations done. And, oh! The next illustration is gonna be Ichinose scene. Ichinose fucking, diffusing the situation between, Pseudo and everyone else. Yeah, see full-size image. Gigachat each. That's the next scene. That's about to come up.
Nice to meet you. Yamawaki chuckled.
Yamawaki? Who the
I'm
fuck
glad
is he?
that they separate the classes in this school by ability. That way I don't have to study with losers like you. What is
Damn!
Sadu's anger flared.
Uh-oh.
Don't get mad. I've only spoken the truth.
That's kinda true, though. He is right.
How many points would you lose? Oh wait, you guys don't even have any points to lose. do
Well, we
you?
should just fight, dude. If they don't have points to lose, just fuck them up. He brings up a good
In
point.
that case, you'd probably be expelled, right? Fine with me. Bring it.
Oh. We just get expelled if we just ran out of points? If we have no points to lose if we fight, expulsion? That seems feasible.
Sadu's shouting attracted attention and looks of disgust. If things got much worse, then the teacher would probably hear about it. He's exactly right. We're not sure what'll happen if you create a ruckus. You should remember that you might be expelled as a worst-case scenario. I don't particularly mind that you're bad-mouthing us, but you're in Class C, right? Honestly, you shouldn't really brag about that, Horikita said.
Honestly, true. You're literally second dead last. Why the fuck are you flexing? Like, bro, get a fucking grip.
Clearly there were errors of calculation in placing Class C and A, but you guys in D are on a completely different...
Calculation error between Class C and A. Is this true? Did something happen? Is that why Ryuen hates Arisu so much? And here's the interesting thing. In the anime, whenever Ryuen and Arisu were introduced during the, There's like a famous scene in the anime. It's the, Don't Pry Into My Life episode, right? It's pretty much just like the end of the Sakura arc. It's all that's all that bullshit gone. But Ryu and Arisu also meet outside on a rainy day with the umbrella. I thought at that point that everybody at the school was already there and Class D was like the last group to like show up. That's why Arisu and Ryu, and they already had beef with each other. Everybody seemed to already have some kind of past drama while we're new here, but that's not the case. So what's really interesting to me is like, what are everyone else doing, Class A, B, C, in Volume 1? Because we're in the perspective of Class 1D. What is everyone else doing right now? Going on their own different battles and drama.
Level. That's
so this right now is saying A and C were miscalculated. Like, is that important? Did something actually happen where Ryuin kind of got cucked and Arisu was able to get Class A in the first, you know, distribution of points? I don't know.
quite an inconsistent standard of measurement. The way I see it, everyone outside of Class A is lumped together. Yamawaki stopped laughing and
Who
now
the
glared
fuck
at
is
Horikita.
Yamawaki,
Wow,
dude?
For a defective product that can't make a single point. You're pretty sassy, aren't you? Did you think you could say whatever you like just because you have a cute face?
Susan having a cute face confirmed once again, even when they're talking shit. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Enzo.
Thank you for your wholly incoherent and irrelevant statement. I was never very concerned about my appearance until now, but after being praised by you, I must say I feel rather uncomfortable.
The NPC from Class C, Yamawaki, was like, you think you can just say that shit because you're cute? Susan is like, oh, you calling me cute? Oh,
CH.
gross.
Yamawaki slammed the table and stood up. Hey, relax. If we're the ones who start fighting, then word will get around and we'll be in trouble.
Come on,
The
start it,
other Class
bitch.
C students tugged at Yamawaki's sleeves,
Start it,
pulling
bitch.
him back. You do know that you'll be expelled if you fail the next test, right? I'm looking forward to seeing how many of you get kicked out. Unfortunately for you, no one from Class D will be expelled before you worry about us.
Ooh.
Though, perhaps you should worry about your own class pride.
Yeah, and also, like, who the fuck is Yamawaki? I straight up don't know him. He just, like, disappears.
Cometh before the fall. Ha ha ha, us. Fair.
Your own class pride cometh before the fool. Huh.
Oh, don't joke around. We're not studying just to avoid failing.
We're studying to avoid Ryuin fucking breaking our arms, right? Surely Ryuin's plan is like, alright, if any single motherfucker fails here, I'll make Albert, like, destroy you.
Studying so we can improve our test scores. Don't
No, you're not studying so you can improve your test. Well, you are, but I feel like there's an ulterior motive whenever, like, people are studying in Class C.
lump us together with you, Yamawaki said. Also, being happy because you know who Francis Bacon is? Are you nuts? Why are you studying things that aren't even on the test? Huh?
Yo, what if Francis Bacon actually shows up and Yamawaki doesn't get it?
Huh? Horikita looked stumped. Wait, do you guys not know what's on the test? No wonder you're called defective product.
Oh. This is more clue. Remember, there's the arc with getting the study bank questions, right? And we even do a little deal with Chabs as well. That's right. The whole point of this isn't to study. The whole point is to fucking use your fucking head, try to figure out the past study bank questions, and basically memorize that. That's why Yamawaki, the NPC, is being confident and be like, the fuck, Francis Bacon? That's not gonna be one of the questions. What are you doing?
Facts. That's enough out of you. Sadu, on the verge of really losing his temper, grabbed Yamawaki by the collar. Hey,
Ooh,
you're really going to
ooh.
get violent, even though it'll lose you points?
We
You're
fighting?
okay with that? We don't have any points to lose. Sadu pulled his arm back. Uh-oh. Was he really going to beat the crap out of this guy?
Do
I
it.
knew I should stop him. I got up. Then, okay,
Ayanokaji got up. Ayanokaji going in, but he doesn't go in, right?
stop. A female student shouted at
The introduction of perhaps one of the strongest female characters in this show, Honami Ichinose. The girl that Arisu is going after right now in season 3 finally gets introduced. God damn. God damn. And Ichinose breaks up this fight, just smiling. Giga chat Ichinose, man.
us. Sadu stopped in response. What?
We can see Yamawaki's ear. Oh, you're This is the most we're ever gonna get from this Yamawaki guy, dude. Classy Yamawaki. This is it, dude. That's all you're ever gonna get from Yamawaki, man. Oh, whoops.
This doesn't involve you. Stay out of it, he said. Doesn't involve me? I'm trying to use the library. So it does involve me. If you want to get violent, might I suggest that you do
Whoops.
so outside? In response to the blonde beauty's disinterested yet logical argument, Sadu let go of Yamawa.
Disinterested yet logical argument. Disinterested but logical. Interesting way of describing her.
Besides, don't you think you're provoking him? If things continue like this, I'd have to report it to the school. Do you want that? Sorry. We don't want that. Aoki knows, Yamawaki said. Aoki knows. I'd heard that name once before. Wait.
Who the fuck is Aoki? I'm just gonna assume these are more NPCs. That doesn't matter.
That was the Class B student who'd been talking with Hoshinomiya sensei. Come
Class B student. More students that I have to worry about or no?
on. Let's go. If we try studying here, we'll catch the stupid going around. Yeah, with those last
Idiots can't catch the cold, but I guess we can infect them with the stupid.
words. Yamawaki and his group left. If you're
Man.
going to study here, please act like adults. Thank you, Aokino said, watching her gallant.
Oh no. Oh no. Ichinose name by the AI subtitles is Iakino's. Oh no. It doesn't know how to say Ichinose. It's Iakino's. Oh no. Iakino's. Alright. Our queen of Class B is from now on named Iakino's. We got Harukita Suzune. We have Guenji. We have Ayanaku Gikan. We have Ike. We have Yamauki. You have Yamauki. Sadu. And we have Iakino's. Alright, Iakino's, what do you got for me?
Watcher, I had to nod in admiration. Unlike Horikita,
Her gallant departure, Ayanakugi, had to nod in admiration. Damn, he already respects her, huh?
she managed to keep everyone in line. I didn't intend.
Unlike Harukita, she managed to keep everyone in line. She's just perfect. Just seemingly flawless girl, man.
Create chaos. I only spoke the truth. The truth had led to chaos, though. Hey, he said that this question wasn't on the test, didn't he? What do you mean? We exchanged looks. Chayabashira sensei had told us that material about the Age of Discovery would be on the test. Horikita and I had written that down. Does this mean that each class gets a different test?
Does that mean that we all get different question banks, or is Chabs like intentionally fucking us over here?
That seems unlikely. The test should be the same for everyone in the same grade.
Is
Horikita
Chabs
was right.
baiting?
The same fundamental problems from the 5 main topics should be featured on.
If Chabs is not caring, just don't tell us. But like she's intentionally telling us, hey, this is gonna be on the test. But it's like not. This is beyond, like it's just malice, right? You can say this is tough love for them to understand that, hey, there's like a different set of question bank. Like, you could have at least just like not given a fuck and didn't even tell us what's gonna be on the. But like, the school's rules is for the teachers to tell them what's not gonna be on the test. What the fuck, Chabs? What the fuck, dude? This is fucked.
For everyone's midterm. Otherwise, it'd be unclear how to judge our aptitude. Had Class C learned that the test would change before anyone else? Or was Class D the only group being left out of the loop? We were mystified.
It's just for school rules for Class D? So, like, Class D's rules are such that everyone just gets even, like, they have no support. The school's like, alright, Class D teachers, you guys have to intentionally fucking, like, just set up your students to fail. And if they don't survive, it's their fault next. I don't know.
In the light of this new information, what if every class's test had different social studies questions? No, what if it wasn't just social studies? What if all the test questions were completely different? If that were the case, then we'd wasted a whole week's worth of studying. 9.3. We
Chapter
dismissed the group
9.3.
10 minutes before our lunch break was over. We packed up and headed toward the faculty room. We needed to confirm exactly what the test would cover. Chayabashira sensei, we have an urgent question. Quite the theatrical entrance. You surprised the other teachers, she said. I sincerely apologize for the sudden intrusion. It's fine. We're in the middle of something.
We're barging into a bunch of teachers, probably like Mashima and B teacher, right? And Chabs there.
So please keep it brief. Chayabashira sensei continued to write in her notebook. Chayabashira sensei, last week, when you told us what material the test would cover, did you make a mistake? A little earlier today, some Class C students
Yeah, why the fuck did you mention Francis Bacon if it's not gonna be on the test? What's going on, bro?
told us that the test's material would be different than what we were expecting. Chayabashira sensei listened in complete silence and didn't even bat an eyelash as Horikita spoke. Then, she put down her pen. That's right. The test's topics changed last Friday. Sorry.
So we just wasted the entire time studying? Could you not have mentioned that last Friday, bitch? Maybe we studied over the weekend and it happened like, you know, at nighttime on Friday, so there was no time, and now it's maybe Monday, so there wasn't an opportunity for her to correct. Send a fucking email out, bitch. Send a fucking text message saying, sorry guys, that's not gonna be on the test. Your study material change. She does not want Class 1D to succeed. We can't tell Sadu this. Sadu was so hyped for Francis Bacon. This is the one thing. This is the one thing that he was confident in. Oh yeah, Francis Bacon. I'll definitely get that on the test. Oh no, he's gonna fucking blow up. He's gonna be like, this is a fucking waste of time. Sadu should go fight Chabs, man. That's what he should do.
I must have forgotten.
Yo, has there ever been has there ever been a student that fought a teacher? Yo, what if we get a student versus a teacher fight? Oh, dude. Cause like, you know, you've seen so many TikToks and like, you know, these days a bunch of students, don't spoil. When I ask these questions, these are rhetorical questions, right? I'm not asking for a yes or no answer, but like, you know, in like TikTok and other like content, like social media platforms, like Twitter, people just like record students just like fighting teachers. Yo, we should have that happen in this series in the future.
To inform you. What? She scribbled something down on a page in her notebook, tore it out, and handed it to Horikita. She'd written down textbook page numbers that referred to material we'd already covered in class. Most of the new material was from before we'd started the group, stuff that Sadu and the others hadn't learned. Thanks to you, Horikita-san, I was able to correct my mistake. I'm grateful to all of you. That's all. Thank you. Wait a minute.
Doesn't Chab sound like she's fucking with us right now? Oh, thank you, Suzune. Thanks for correcting my mistake. Alright, go study this shit now, even though you wasted your entire fucking day studying. This bitch, dude. Like, it's a very tough love in Class D, huh? I mean, Chabs has already given up since the beginning because every Class D has failed her, so she doesn't want to get attached. But like, you would think that there would be extra support or something to help these kids succeed, but it's like, nah, if you're in Class D, it's like, get the fuck out. I don't care. You don't matter. You can either grind and rise up and prove yourself, or you can get the fuck out. That seems like the school's mentality.
Chan-sensei, isn't it way too late for this? I don't think so. You still have 1 week. If you use that study time wisely, it should be easy, right?
Yeah, until I fucking hit you in the back of the head with the steel chair again and say, oh, the study material changed again. Teehee.
Chayabashira-sensei tried to shoo us out of the faculty room without
Fuck
the
you,
slightest
Chabs.
hesitation. However, none of us moved. Even if you stay, nothing will change. You understand that, don't you? She asked. Let's go, but Horikita-chan, we can't
This
just
bitch,
accept
man.
this. As Chayabashira-sensei said, staying would be a waste of time. Instead, we should begin studying the revised test materials. But Horikita turned on her heel and left the faculty room, Sadu and the others reluctantly following after her. Chayabashira-sensei didn't even glance at us as we left. I thought she would apologize.
You think she would apologize? The whole time, she was just saying, just sarcastically trolling us, fucking just like making us mad. Chabs is so savage in the anime. I love this.
For making such a mistake, but she didn't. If
She
anything,
didn't.
I thought that some of the other
I feel like this is intentional, right? This is totally intentional.
teachers might react to this incident.
The teachers are probably laughing like, damn, Chabs, you really doing this shit? Damn.
Despite the fact that this was a pretty serious mistake
I feel like everybody just like trying not to laugh. Like, don't tell these kids.
for a homeroom teacher to make, none of the other teachers seemed to care.
No, I don't give a
Sensei
fuck.
was seated nearby. Our eyes met. She gave a small smile and waved hello. Well, that was something, at least. However,
She's just fucking thirsty for the students. Yo, this teacher, this teacher, she just wants to fuck students at school.
I didn't think that our teacher had simply forgotten to tell us what would be covered on the test.
Nah,
When I
it's all
stepped into
intentional.
the hallway, the afternoon class bell rang. Kashida-san, I have a small favor I want to ask you, I said. What is it? I want you to tell the rest of Class D about the changes to the test. With that, I handed her Chayabashira-sensei's paper with the textbook numbers. That's fine, but is it okay for me to do it? You're the best candidate we have. There's no doubt in my mind. Besides, we can't take the test when we don't know what's going to be.
Kushida coming in
Okay,
clutch?
I understand. Leave it to me. I'll tell Hirata-kun and everyone else. I'll get ready for
Okay,
tomorrow. By
basically
then,
spreading the
I should
news.
have narrowed down everything we'll need. Horikita tried hard to appear calm, but I could sense her anxiety. That time we'd spent studying had been squandered, and we were back to square one. Plus, we now only had 1 week left. However, our greatest concern was keeping the idiot Drea motivated. Horikita, I know I've
The idiot dream motivated. How do we tell this to Ike, Yamauchi, and Sadu, who were so excited about fucking Francis Bacon? Oh no. I feel like Ike and Yamauchi would just quit and be like, I don't want to try anymore. And then Sadu's just gonna get mad and start fucking shit. Well, this all... Ike and Yamauchi, we can rally up, but it's like pseudo, right? So this is gonna set Sadu off. The fight scene's gonna happen, right? With the Class C students. And then the Sakura arc begins in Volume 2.
been difficult, but I'm counting on you. Sadu bowed to Horikita as he spoke those words.
Bowed?
Starting tomorrow. I'll take counting on you. Was keeping the idiot Drea motivated. Horikita, I know I've been difficult, but I'm counting on you.
This is like reformed pseudo after Season 2 with their fucking conversation about Manabu. Wait, what?
Sadu bowed to Horikita
Bowed?
as he spoke those words. Starting tomorrow. I'll take a break from club activities. Will that
Wow, I did not expect this from Sadu.
work? That, considering that we had only 1 week left and time was of the essence, it was a rational decision. However,
Damn.
the offer so surprised Horikita that she
I thought he would fucking get really angry.
couldn't immediately accept. Will that really be okay with you? It'll be a lot of work. Studying is a lot of work, isn't it? Grinning, Sadu patted Horikita's shoulder. Sadu, are you serious? She asked. Yeah,
Are you?
I mean, I'm pissed at our homeroom teacher and those jerks in Class C now, too.
Wow.
You could call this a blessing in
I think the whole purpose of this Sadu development is to set it up even higher. We're building a deck of cards so that it's like, wow, Sadu is like, you know, he's reforming. He's so adjustable. He's being, you know, he's being very rational. But then the fight scene happens and then the House of Cards comes crashing down, right? So I think we're building up towards that.
After
We're
being
getting
backed into
baited.
a corner,
We're getting
Sadu
baited.
finally developed a positive attitude about studying. He probably
Shit.
realized if he didn't do his best, he couldn't pass the test. His declaration inspired Ike and Yamauchi. Guess we
Ike and Yamauchi getting, you know,
don't
inspired.
have any choice. We'll try harder. Too, Ike said. I understand. If you're prepared, then we can work together. However, Sadu-kun. Horikita coldly removed Sadu's hand from her shoulder. Please
Ew, gross. Coldly removed. Please don't ever touch me again.
do not touch me. If you do so again, I won't show you any mercy. You're
The palm strike's coming right at Sadu, dude. Sadu versus Suzune, who wins?
not cute at all. Late.
You're not cute at all, lady.
We're definitely gonna do this. Yeah.
Damn.
Too. Kushida, who also seemed motivated, stuck out her fist. Come on, Ayanokuji-kun.
Hey,
You do your best.
Ayanokuji-kun.
She cried. Huh? No, don't tell me. Did you already give up on studying?
Oh, they don't know about Ayanokuji. Don't worry. We'll get 50 on everything. Don't worry about it.
I've thought about it a little. You promised you'd work with me. Did you forget? Asked Horikita while glaring at me. I'm not a good teacher. People have different strengths and weaknesses, right? To be honest.
He does teach in the study group later, right, in Season 2, but right now, it's kind of... You don't want to... You gotta keep low.
Horikita
Lay
and
low.
Kushida were better teachers than I was. I didn't consider myself really capable of tutoring others. Your test scores weren't that bad, were they? There isn't much time left. So it might be more effective if Horikita and Kushida work together to teach those three rather than tutoring one-on-one. Also, something else is kind of bothering me. Something bothering you? What had happened in the faculty room was far too serious for me to overlook.
The teacher.
9.4 when
Chabs, right? Chabs fucking us up, right? Intentionally, and the other teacher's like... Sei-chan was like, hey. Nah, there's something super sinister going on with the teachers, man.
lunchtime came, I jumped to my feet and head.
I think this is where we stop today's stream. It's 9:08 a.m. I have 20 minutes before my morning stand-up, which is basically just a meeting at my boomer fucking software engineering job where you just talk about shit that happened. I'm gonna say, sorry guys, I feel sick today. I'm gonna stay home and make some TikToks. I mean, do some work. But that is the conclusion of today's stream. Tonight, we will stream again in 6 p.m. PST, roughly 9 hours. We're gonna watch. Is there anything that aired crazy today? I also have a video for you guys. Can anyone guess what today's video is? No, I guess there's nothing exciting today, huh? Can anyone guess what today's video is? Oh, today is this show. Yeah. Level 99 Villainous. I hope you guys are excited for Level 99 Villainous because we will watch this, okay? We are going to watch this. But I also have a trailer for you guys. Some of you might have already seen it, but basically, I'm going to release the trailer right now. Hopefully, it does well. So there's this guy. And yeah, of course you know Sir Gregor. Yeah. So we're going to watch another Mob Psycho. This is the beginning of the fight. This is the beginning of the fight of the husbandos. So I'm going to release these two. Wait, where's my outro music? Where's my outro music? And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me today. Thank you as usual for tuning into my stream. But it's not over yet because I have these two videos. This one, yoink. And this one, yoink. So please go show this video some love. Just like how you show me love today. I will be back tonight streaming more on Twitch. If you're not in the Discord, I expect you to join me in the Discord. But that's it for me. Have a good, I guess it's like Tuesday or Wednesday over there. Have a good night wherever you are. And until next time, take care, guys. We will continue with the Classroom the Elite light novel reactions pretty much every morning. I think that is the plan. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And again, see you guys later tonight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.